Good morning, students. Welcome back. In our last class, we had discussed about physisorption and chemisorption. Okay, I think all of you have understood this physisorption and chemisorption. So today we'll discuss adsorption isotherm. Got it? So before going into that adsorption isotherm, I want to tell you one thing. Look at the board and try to understand this. Okay. Suppose this is adsorbent. Okay. And here are adsorbents. If there is adsorption, then these molecules now adsorbed at the surface like this. Okay, so now I am increasing the pressure. Okay, if I increase the pressure, then what will happen? More molecules will go into this adsorption process. Yes, are you getting this or not? So adsorption is somewhat related to pressure. If you increase the pressure here, what is increasing? Adsorption is increasing. Yes or no? So with this concept, we will draw adsorption isotherm. Actually, I have already given you the definition of adsorption isotherm. It is a variation of adsorption, or the adsorbate adsorbed in given mass of adsorbent is directly proportional to pressure to the power 1 by n. Okay. So this is experimentally verified value. So adsorbate, the amount of adsorbate adsorbed on the amount of adsorbent is directly proportional to the pressure to the power 1 by n. Okay, if you remove this proportionality sign, then this will be equal to Kp to the power 1 by n. Okay, so this is adsorption isotherm. Okay, as you know, what is the equation of straight line? If you have done equation of straight line in mathematics, so this is equation of straight line is y is equals to mx plus c. Okay, so the validity of any chemical equation like this, sorry, not chemical equation, physical expression like this can be checked with the help of graph. Okay, if the graph formed is straight line, then the particular expression will be valid. Okay, let us check. Let us consider this as y is equals to m. Suppose this function is x plus c plus 0. Compare this. Y equals to mx, y equals to x by m is equals to, in place of m there is k, in place of x there is p1 by n, in place of c is 0. If you draw the graph for this line, y is equal to mx plus c, you will get this type of graph. So this value will be c. Okay, so this much value is called y-intercept or c. Okay, and the slope, this slope theta, this slope is given by m. Okay, the slope is m, and this is the graph. Here y-axis, here x-axis. If you compare this and this, then you can draw the graph for this like this. Suppose this side x by m, amount of adsorbate on adsorbent. Here, if this is pressure to the power 1 by n, so the graph you will get is like this. So graph will start from 0 because there is no c here, c is 0, so graph will start from the point 0. So this is the graph for adsorption isotherm. Okay, so since this is experimental quantity, so we cannot get the exact value, so the graph, you can find graph like this. Okay, and since pressure is dependent on temperature, so you'll get this type of graph for different temperature. Okay, at higher temperature somewhat lower temperature, and okay, as you can see the difference in the graph, adsorption is maximum at lower temperature, okay, and adsorption is minimum at higher temperature. Got it? Okay, so this is adsorption isotherm. This much is adsorption isotherm. PDF is already provided, yes or no? So try to check that PDF, try to relate that PDF with this explanation. Okay, next, after adsorption isotherm, same thing, but Freundlich expressed this in different way, okay, and that graph and that isotherm is known as Freundlich isotherm. Okay, so now we will do Freundlich isotherm. So this adsorption isotherm finished? Yes. Okay, let me drop this one. So now we will discuss Freundlich isotherm. You can call it Freundlich adsorption isotherm also. Okay, so now what we will do is, okay, let me write this Kp. So we are taking log on both the sides, so this will be log x by m, okay, which is equal to log k p 1 by n. If you know the property of log, then this will be log x by m is equal to log k plus log p to the power 1 by n. Again we use this property here, log property, again another property of log here, and this will be log k plus this 1 by p will come in front of the log, then this will be p. Okay, got it? So we have used two properties of log, that is log ab is equal to log a plus log b, and we have used log a to the power n is equals to n log a. We have used this properties of log here. Okay, don't get confused with this. Okay, so I'll arrange this like this: log x by m is equal to 1 by n log p plus log k. Okay, so again compare this equation, y is equals to mx plus c. Okay, and we'll draw the graph. Okay, so you'll get graph like this. Since c is log k, so graph will start from here. Since the m, that is slope 1 by n, is positive, so you'll get slope like this. Okay, so this side will be log x by m and this side will be log p, so this value is log k. Okay, so this Freundlich somewhat gives not that much accurate, but accurate, somewhat accurate value for adsorption like this. Okay, so here this is Freundlich isotherm. So from this Freundlich isotherm we'll get two information. Okay, so here we have 1 by n value, 1 by n term, yes or no? So since this 1 by n term can have value between, so 1 by n term can have values between 0 to 1. Okay, already given, just relate this and try to go through that PDF. Okay, So if 1 by n is equal to 0, if 1 by n equals to 0, then x by m. If 1 by n equals to 0, then this will be 0. So log x by m will this log by m is equal to log k, that is constant. Yes or no? So x by m is constant, so adsorption is independent at that time when n by 1 equals to 0. I'll explain again. If this equals to 0, this p term will be 0. So log x by m, that is adsorption, is independent of pressure. So you can write this is constant. So adsorption is independent of pressure. Similarly, if 1 by n equal to 1, then if this equals to 1, then what will happen? Then what will happen? If this is equal to 1, then log x by m is equal to log p plus log k. So x by m is equal to, if this is 1, then log p by log k is equal to pk. Yes or no? Log x by m equal to log pk. So x by m is related to pressure. Yes or no? So at this time, this adsorption is directly related to, if you remove this k, then you can add proportionality. So that is why adsorption is directly proportional to pressure. Got it? Everything is provided in PDF. This is just explanation. Got it? Okay. So this is Freundlich isotherm. From Freundlich isotherm, we can get two information. If n by 1 equals to 0, x by m is equal to constant. So adsorption is independent of pressure. Okay, and if 1 by n equal to 1, then x by m, that is adsorption, is equal to pk. That is, if you remove this constant, then it can be written as proportional to p. So adsorption is directly proportional to pressure. Got it? So this is the information from Freundlich isotherm. Got it? Okay. After this, we will see adsorption from solution phase. Meaning, suppose some impurities are there in the solution. Solution is there and some impurities are. If you add some adsorbate, suppose activated charcoal, then what will happen? All these impurities will be adsorbed on this charcoal. So this type of adsorption, this is charcoal with impurities and this is clear water or clear solvent. Yes or no? So this type of adsorption is known as adsorption from solution phase. Okay. Now, in a very simple manner, I'll give you two simple example. Okay. See. Same solution, same adsorbent. Okay. If the concentration of this solution, if the solute particle which you need to adsorb in this is higher, suppose solute present is 10 gram, suppose here solute present is 5 gram. So from this you can easily make out this is less concentrated, this is more concentrated solution, this is solute. Okay, so this is also solute. So from the diagram, from this example only, you can clearly make out in this particular solution adsorption will be more or higher than this. Yes or no? So adsorption from solution phase strictly depends on which factor? Concentration factor. Got it? The main important is concentration factor. Other factors are there. So number one, concentration. Number two, as always, nature of the adsorbate and adsorbent. Number three, as always, surface area of the adsorbent. More the surface area, more will be the adsorption. Yes or no? So we will not discuss these other factors. Okay, we'll have equation for only for the concentration. Okay, so this adsorption from solution phase is also explained by Freundlich only, and likewise x by m is equal to K concentration to the power 1 by n. Okay, there is very simple relationship. See, x by m is equal to Kp to the power 1 by n. Here x by m equals to Kc to the power 1 by n. Here P is pressure, here C is concentration. This much. Got it or not? So if you take log, then you can write log x by m is equal to log K plus 1 by n log C. You'll get the same graph, same type of graph, and everything will be same. Okay, so this is adsorption. I think all of you have understood adsorption. So now application of adsorption, your homework. Okay, try to find different application of adsorption. I'll give you a simple example. Nowadays we use mask, yes or no? Gas mask. So this gas mask has various minute pores. In these pores, this pollutants and other viruses and pollutants, they adsorb. This is one very simple application of adsorption. Got it? So this much for today. So in our next class we will discuss about colloids and different types of colloids, its properties. We'll discuss all this in our next class. Okay, thank you very much for today.